Alright, let's talk about closures in JavaScript. This is one of those topics that confuses a lot of people because people know how to implement this, but it's really hard to explain. It's all about scope. And if you remember the videos I did on execution context, lexical environments, and how they form a scope chain through the execution context, closure makes sense at that point. And so let's define closure first. It's a function that captures the parent environment's data. Data meaning variables and functions in JavaScript. So what does that mean? Well, it means that in JavaScript, every function is automatically a closure because of that scope chain. The inner function already has access to the parent's data, their variables and functions. So with closure, we can take an inner function scope, take it outside of its parent environment into another parent environment, and it still has access to its original scope. It doesn't get the new scope, but we can. Do you see how powerful that is? Let's look at the code. So we have a parent function. It defines a private variable named Jim, and it returns a object literal with a function as a property that returns the private name. Now on line 11, we create our closure just by calling the parent function, which returns our object. That object is the closure now. We can just call the getName property, and it still has access to that old scope chain. Does it make sense now? That's really as simple as it is. It's very simple once you understand execution context and the scope chain. If you did not watch the videos on that, please go back and watch that, because it makes all this, it just all makes sense after that. Alright? That's all I got. Thank you.